Scott Bruce Rolen, Philadelphia, NL, 1996 through 2002. St. Louis, NL, 2002 through 2007. Toronto, AL, 2008 to 2009. Cincinnati, NL, 2009 to 2012. Paired elite glove work with formidable bat to become a dominant two-way threat at third base, never appearing at another position in his big league career. Followed unanimous 1997 NL Rookie of the Year season in Philadelphia with first of his 8 Gold Glove awards in 1998. Blasted 3 home runs in NLCS to help Cardinals win the 2004 pennant, and 2 years later, led St. Louis to the World Series title, batting .421 in the 5-game set. 7-time All-Star and intelligent base runner, retired as only one of 3 third basemen with 300 home runs, 500 doubles, and 100 stolen bases.
Pretty good view. First, I want to thank everybody out here supporting us. I see baseball fans, families, family members, friends, everybody. I know not everybody's here for me, but I want to recognize some young men that I know are. I get the privilege of coaching my son's 15-year-old baseball team, the Indiana Bulls. We have 15 players that came from Bloomington, Indiana, to be out here today, and the whole team's here. I only brought one, so Bulls, stand up. Recognize. Finn, stand up, bud. Thank you, guys. We got to do it. Red Bulls on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Fred, Veronica, congratulations again. So well deserved, and our family is so excited to share this honor with you going forward forever, Fred. So thank you. All right, I'll start with my wife, Nikki, and my kids, Rain and Finn, right there. Nikki, you've been my constant, unwavering, and loyal. Well, that didn't work. And this journey, you've been together with me every day and every step of the way, and I couldn't be here without you. Thank you. Rain and Finn, you're my best friends. And you're every second of my life. I'm so proud of you. I want to thank the baseball writers for having faith and sticking with me throughout my career in the voting process. I am grateful for this grand gesture. At no point in my lifetime did it ever occur to me that I would be standing on this stage, but I'm glad it occurred to you because this is unbelievably special. Thank you. I assume that this group would be quite intimidating, which it is, but it's way more intimidating than the group behind me standing here in front of these legends. On this stage is baseball greatness. It won't occur to me anytime soon that I will feel a sense of belonging with this group, but today, gentlemen, I am truly honored to be up here on this stage with all of you. Thank you to Jane and the Hall of Fame staff for your first-class professionalism and your incredible hospitality towards my family. I have an overwhelming respect and intend to represent these men behind me in this legendary hall with the integrity on which it was built. I'm going to read this one. This gets big. I certainly have to thank my teammates, managers, coaches, agents, trainers, clubhouse staff, front office, umpires, grounds crew, ushers, game day staff, owners, security, MLB, the Players Union. I can go on and on. They look thirsty. I'm not going to. This is not a one-man show. It's a wonderful game, and we all work together in it. I've had the privilege of playing with 4 organizations. Derek, Chipper, I'll have to explain that to you later. Each one has its own personal timestamp on my life and my career. I'm going to start with the Phillies and Philadelphia. Thank you for teaching me how to play the game with a genuine effort and honesty on the field and with the media. I was drafted, developed, given the opportunity, and challenged to play with full effort and a toughness that I hope middle infielders felt deep inside on a double play ball. St. Louis, 2 World Series, won a winner, 4 division titles, 2 National League championships, and most importantly, these 2 clowns in the front row. Nick and I started our family in no better place at no better time. Family is the operative word in this organization. They're first-class everything with unconditionally loyal fans. Thank you, St. Louis. The Blue Jays in Toronto. Short but fulfilling time in a great city and organization. You gambled on me in a tough time in my career, and I truly appreciate you for it. I met good people, had great teammates, and made lifelong friends and memories. Thank you, Toronto. Finally, the Redlegs in Cincinnati. Walt came and got me again. Thank you for your trust and loyalty. I had breakfast with the kids in the clubhouse and a challenge to take on a different role in my career. I appreciate the exaggerated credit I was given, but in reality, it was an incredibly talented group of teammates with a hunger to go first to third to make it all happen. Thank you, Cincinnati. All right. So my major league career started on August 1st in 1996 on a scorching hot day in Veterans Stadium in a doubleheader against the St. Louis Cardinals. That day, my parents drove overnight from Florida because Mom's claustrophobic and won't get on a plane and has a fear of snakes, and anyway. They made it to the first game of the doubleheader in the top of the 4th inning. The greatest moment of my career happened that day. Seeing Mom and Dad walk to their seats from my position at third base was a feeling never topped again in my 17 years. My career ended on October 11th, 2012, with a lonely walk back to the dugout after striking out to end our Reds playoff run as the San Francisco Giants celebrated on our home field. It was certainly not a Jeterish moment by any stretch. So there are many stories to tell, and much baseball played between those 2 dates. But personally in that time, I became a man, a husband, a father, and I damn near traveled with Charlie all over this great country. Baseball was my career, but it is not my story. My story begins and ends with the people sitting in front of me. My role models lived in the same house as me. With eyes and ears open, and for the most part, I hope, my mouth shut, I witnessed firsthand the deep love and caretaking of my mother, my father's patience and sacrifice, my sister's strength and fierce loyalty, and my brother's optimism and perseverance in all challenges. That house was a modest home with a sunken living room, 2 lazy boy recliners, and a wood-burning stove that was pumping ungodly heat at all times. It was located in a value-driven, hard-working, supportive community in Jasper, Indiana. This is where I grew up. This is where I dreamed of being a Major League Baseball player. As a matter of fact, on my first day of kindergarten, Mom picked me up and, of course, asked how my day went. I told her it was fine, everyone was nice, but I think I'll just stay home from now on and practice baseball. So proud. I dreamed of being a Major League Baseball player, but I was not raised to be a Major League Baseball player. I was raised to be honest, to work hard, to be accountable for my words and actions, and to treat people with kindness and respect. I was not taught in today's terminology, exit velocity, launch angle, or spin rate. Rather, I was taught please, thank you, excuse me, and I'm sorry. At my house, we built our own shed, mixed and poured our own concrete for our basketball court in the backyard, and built our backboard with 2x6s. I was taught how to mow the lawn, change a tire, and shoot a jump shot. Baseball was a seasonal sport in my house, which allowed time for barnyard basketball in the woods, Indy 500 bike races around the neighborhood, and tennis ball as hard as you could throw it from 20 feet with a 4x8 sheet of plywood as a strike zone. When it got dark, kick the tin can around the neighborhood, all while being refreshed and rehydrated right out of the garden hose at Box's house. Our family vacations were in an RV. We drove everywhere and camped throughout the country, breaking down in what seemed like well over 20 states. I spent hours in the backyard by myself, throwing the ball up and hitting it as far as I could, always with a made-up game and generally a World Series scenario on the line. The better I got, the higher I threw it. I spent winters and the evenings in the family room throwing that damn tennis ball against the stairs. It was a simple childhood with simple expectations and lessons. Family first, we are loved, and always take the high road. And then I got drafted. And so began 20 years of hypertension and acid reflux that I would trade for nothing. Often people ask me how I got here, how I got there, what's the secret? I actually have my answer. My answer came from my dad related to basketball, not baseball. He won't have any idea what I'm talking about right now, similar to him saying one Thanksgiving that he never spanked us growing up. So without much surprise, there's a heavy tradition of basketball in the state of Indiana. One such is a series of 2 games between the Indiana All-Stars and the Kentucky All-Stars played at the end of the summer. I was selected to the Indiana team and wore number 11. We were told the numbers were not in order, though Mr. Basketball wore number 1 on a 12-man roster. It's a coincidence, I'm sure. I'd previously been drafted by the Phillies and spent the summer playing high school baseball, not basketball, and had not picked up a basketball for 2 months. We had a 3-day mini camp with 2 practices per day in Lafayette. After day 1, I told Dad that I had a minor problem. He was camping up there, of course, and I said, Dad, I have a minor problem that I need advice with. And his answer, okay. Well, Dad, I can't handle the ball, I can't shoot, I'm completely out of basketball shape, and everybody in the entire gym, including the coach, is better than me. And his answer, okay. What do you mean, okay? Well, what are you going to do, Scotty? Well, that's what I'm asking you, Dad. Well, how the hell do I know? You say you can't dribble, you can't shoot, you're out of shape, and you're completely overmatched. You told me what you can't do. What can you do? I guess I can rebound. Okay. I can play defense. Okay. I can dive for loose balls. Doesn't appear that the guys are playing too hard up here. I could out-hustle, outwork, and beat everybody up and down the floor. Okay. And then here came the words of wisdom. Well, do that then. It turns out that, well, do that then, carried me into the minor leagues and gave me a simple mindset that I would never allow myself to be unprepared or outworked. Well, do that then, put me on this stage today. So I think right now I'm speaking to my son and my daughter, and maybe your son and your daughter, about effort. If you walk through the plaque gallery at the hall, You'll be blown away by baseball greatness. Baseball greatness is sitting behind me, and every person has their story and they've told it right here. These stories are not all the same. But I'm not standing here today from my baseball greatness, nor have I played one day in my life to prove anybody wrong. I'm standing here today, made baseball-wise, from a basketball lesson that Dad walked me through in 1993 to do that then. I now know this phrase is an intentional mindset that effort never takes a day off. I believe in putting in the quantity to know what quality is. I believe in the process, I believe in the approach, I believe in the work, and am forever grateful for this advice. Well, Dad, I did that then. One last story I want to share is one I still cherish to this day. At the start of every home game, as the ball is being thrown around the horn, and I waited to hand it to our starter, Mom would stand and wave at me in the stands. In acknowledgement, I would subtly tip my cap by tapping it twice. My daughter, who was 5 at the time, soon joined Mom waving and eventually began wearing a cap of her own to the games to tip it back to her dad. Thank you for that, Mom. And I'll finish with this. In baseball, I am a Jasper Wildcat. I am an Indiana Bull. I am a Philadelphia Philly. I am a St. Louis Cardinal. I am a Toronto Blue Jay. I am a Cincinnati Red. And today, because of all your support, I'm a National Baseball Hall of Famer. In my life, I am a friend, I am a brother, I am a son, I am a husband, and I am the greatest gift, a father. So, Nick, Rain, Finn, Todd, Sis, Dad, and Mom, thank you. I love you.